just being myself, being aggressive. I work super hard. Every offseason I work out like the best defenders in the world are guarding me, so I'm used to it.
What's up everybody on YouTube? AJ Russ back to discuss another video, and today we're going to be talking about why SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, has entered the MVP conversation. Alright guys, so it's no question how dominant SGA has been throughout this season, having the Oklahoma City Thunder at the recording of this video with a 23-10 record, sitting second place in the Western Conference. Not only that, but with him averaging 31 points per game, 6 assists and 6 rebounds per game, just hooping, playing dominant basketball. I mean, we saw this last year in the 2023 season, and then coupling that with the team success this year, I honestly think that they're kind of reminiscent of the Sacramento Kings from last season. Being a top 3 seed in the Western Conference goes a long way. Oklahoma City hasn't been relevant like this in about 6 to 7 years, honestly, truth be told. Of course, with Russell Westbrook averaging a triple-double throughout those seasons, and then of course the seasons with Kevin Durant and those deep playoff runs and things of that nature, Oklahoma City truly is back. You can look at the pieces around SGA in terms of players like Chet Holmgren, who's arguably the Rookie of the Year right now. Of course, he has competition with Wemby, but playing really good basketball himself. Then a lot of good players, both Jay Williams on the team, great coaching, and we already know how great of a general manager Sam Presti is, having all those picks leading up to 2031, which is insane. But this team is really good. They are honestly a legit title contender, and that in no small part is because of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So before we truly get deep into the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. Hit the like button. I post videos about sports, lifestyle, and pop culture. Hope 2024 is a blessed year for y'all. But with that being said, let's get into the video. So when you look at Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's game in its totality, it's nothing too crazy, nothing too flashy. But you look at his rhythm and how he dominates the game, you can never speed him up, always plays at his own pace. It honestly just makes lives for defenders across the league much harder. He's not necessarily the greatest three-point shooter. His mid-range is so tough. I remember coming out the draft back in 2018, he was compared to the likes of Sean Livingston, and you could definitely see his game reminiscent of that with a money mid-range. But his three-point shot has evolved as well, and of course his defense is otherworldly, honestly. Not only with him dominating the game offensively, but averaging 2.5 steals on the season. So really he just makes his team better, and Oklahoma City Thunder are benefiting as a result of that. It's really crazy to think about because when he was back on the Clippers his rookie year, he obviously had a really good rookie year. We can acknowledge that, but no one expected him to be as great as he is now. Of course, because if the Clippers would have thought that, they never would have facilitated that Paul George trade, which looks like it's of course doing well now. It's taking some time, but of course with James Harden being a part of the Clippers after starting off slow, they're playing really good. But that's a conversation for another day for sure. But switching things back to SGA, his game has just really came a long way, and you can of course credit that to people along the way who have helped him and steward his success. I think that 2020 season in the bubble and just with Chris Paul in general really helped him. I mean, Chris Paul has talked about how admirable he is about SGA, how close they got throughout that one season that Chris Paul was in OKC.
I mean this when I say it, and I try not to get emotional when I talk about Shai, man, because that was my first year living without my family, right? Without my wife and my kids in LA. And man, Shai, he just a basketball head, right? You show me somebody love basketball and crazy about their family, then me and them gonna be tight, right? And so Shai would come over to my house before practice just to eat because I had a chef. You know what I'm saying? Night after games, Shai at my house, him and Darius Baisley, Lou Dort or whatnot. So he's so good when it come to hooping, and he's just an even better person, and I mean that.
And it's really working wonders because you can just see throughout his game, the mid-range game, Chris Paul is one of the best mid-range scorers of all time. SGA has implemented that into his game, and not only that, he's a great playmaker. He makes his teammates better, and of course he's going to have competition in terms of the MVP race with people like Joel Embiid, who's averaging 35 points per game. I mean, that is otherworldly, especially at the big man position. In 2024, we're seeing a revitalization of the NBA big man, of course, with Nikola Jokic winning back-to-back MVPs, with Joel winning MVP in 2023 and trying to make a case for a second straight MVP. But Shai is definitely up there. The likes of him, Luka, and other guards in the league, of course, talking about Tyrese Halliburton's of the world, Ja Morant, just a lot of guards, elite guard play throughout the NBA. It's really an exquisite time to be a guard in the NBA. But I definitely believe that Shai is up there. And I talked about in my Ja Morant video that I posted last week, which you can go check out, that you can definitely make the argument that Shai is better than Ja. A lot of people wouldn't be saying that a year and a half ago to 2 years ago, but looking at his season last year and looking at it this year, Shai is up there. You can make the argument that he's the best point guard, shooting guard, combo guard. I think easily, if you want to talk about a combo guard, Shai is the best combo guard in the league, hands down. No one can really debate that. And people who are in the same category in terms of being elite at the guard position, you can only throw a few names out there. Of course, Luka up there. I'll probably take Luka over SGA slightly. slightly, but they're honestly on the same level, a similar level, and I wouldn't be mad if you picked SGA over Luka. But Luka's been there in the playoffs. I mean, he's shown that how dominant he can be, so I would take Luka. But people like him, I think SGA and Ja, they're neck and neck right now. Of course, with the team success, you could take SGA for sure, but it's really close. And if the Thunder not only make the playoffs, which I expect them to fully, how they've been playing throughout this season, being super consistent, but also continue to dominate and impose their will on top teams, not only in the Western Conference, but in the East, SGA has a legit shot to win the NBA MVP in 2024. The rapid success of the Thunder honestly is super impressive. Not only that, with their record, but them being the second youngest team in the NBA with their average age at 23.5 years old, that's remarkable for sure. And then SGA has had 24 games with over 30 points this season already. I'm telling you, they're definitely like that, and the Thunder are coming. They have arrived, and they're only going to get better in the years to come. I mean, if you look at their last 10 games, they are 8-2 over that stretch. They've beaten teams like the Boston Celtics, the Denver Nuggets in dominant fashion, of course the Lakers, the Timberwolves, who are the 1 seed right now, and the Clippers as well. I mean, they're just playing really dominant basketball and playing really well. So this team is not fraudulent at all, I would say. Throughout this stretch in the NBA season, we're getting close to the halfway mark, getting closer to the All-Star break, which is next month. Season is going by extremely quick. So the Thunder, they're definitely legit contenders and are no joke in terms of how they have turned around their franchise. And they did make the play-in last year, so that was a successful season for them for sure. But just leaping from being in a play-in all the way to a top 2 seed in the Western Conference, that's nothing to sneeze at for sure. I mean, that's a huge improvement, and I wouldn't be surprised if this team makes the conference finals. I think for sure that they should be a given to make the second round. I mean, the West is super competitive and super unpredictable, so we don't know how that'll go in the playoffs. But SGA leading this team, I wouldn't be surprised if they made the Western Conference finals, and they definitely have a shot to make the finals. I mean, like I said, they might be the biggest threat to the Nuggets, I would say, right now at the recording of this video. People will probably say the Clippers and things of that nature. You can never count out LeBron in them, but of course, I have a conversation about LeBron and the Lakers because every time in the season, they just never have enough. There's always has to be some type of trade at the trade deadline and things of that nature to flip around the team. I mean, bro, like at some point, it's the same thing every single year with them. It's very annoying in my opinion, but I digress on that. But talking about the Thunder's chances, I mean, they really do have a real chance. The Nuggets, of course, are going to be hard to play against. The Timberwolves, they're proving to play really good, and I think that they match up very well with the Nuggets too, having Karl-Anthony Towns, of course, and Rudy Gobert, 2 dominant bigs to rival Jokic in the Denver Nuggets. That'll be an interesting playoff matchup for sure if they meet down the line. But the Thunder, they're right there in the mix, and they're there for a reason. To talk about SGA's numbers and statistics a little bit more, he's shooting 54% from the field and basically 34% from 3. Similar numbers, similar shooting efficiency to last season, which was a huge jump from the 2022 season where he only shot 45% from the field and 30% from 3. So just really putting a lot of work in over the offseason. Shai has just been balling and been dominant, and the Thunder have real postseason success and even made the finals, which I really wouldn't be surprised that a lot of people would be, of course, considering where they were last year, how down the Thunder have been over the past few years. That would be a huge revelation. How could you not make the case for him to win an MVP in that situation and circumstance? So yeah, guys, honestly, let me know in the comments down below where you would rank SGA in terms of the MVP conversation right now. If I had to rank him right now, I would probably say that he's top 2 under Embiid just right now as recording this video in early January of 2024. It's still a long time to go in the season. I don't think that these things are really determined till mid to late March, close to the playoffs. So we'll see what happens in that stretch for sure. Obviously hoping that he stays healthy and things of that nature. But if the Thunder continue at the rate that they are, it's hard not to give him the MVP. But right now it's definitely hard not to get Joel Embiid the MVP, I would say. But SGA is right under him because Joel, without James Harden and Tyrese Maxey, of course, should be the most improved player favorite right now. We've been playing really good basketball, and Joel Embiid averaging 35 is nothing to sneeze at, but SGA is right behind him, honestly, in my opinion. So let me know in the comments down below how impressed you are with SGA's season and Thunder in their totality right now, and where you would rank him in terms of the MVP leaders for the 2024 season. I appreciate you guys always. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Follow me on Instagram at SwaggyRuss and also on TikTok at SwaggyRuss02 for cooking videos, shorts, content, and things of that nature. More videos are on the way. NBA, NFL, pop culture, Marvel, DC, you name it, cooking stuff, just a lot of stuff on the way, guys. This season is going to be sensational and amazing. It's going to be amazing for y'all as well. I know that you can accomplish your goals. Thank y'all for watching always. Y'all be blessed. Y'all have a good one.